Hi everyone, you reach Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all of you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with my tea time moment of the day, and happy Friday, everyone. Listen, I made my own tea. Oh my goodness, you see it? The steam is still coming out. I gotta wait for it to cool off. Can you see that steam? I don't know if you can see it, but anywho, I made my own tea. It's a black tea, has some lemon in it. Absolutely delicious. I had a little sip because it's still so hot, right? But it's really good. And so my tea time is dedicated to none other than Monique the comedian. So you know what? Good morning, sweet babies, okay? But Monique has come out and said that now she is over her open relationship. Back in 2006, Monique shocked the world, okay, had people in a tailspin when she said that her and her husband Sidney was in an open relationship. She said she got judgment, criticism, backlash, okay? And she did this interview when she revealed that her and her husband was in this open relationship in 2006 with Jill Scott. And she said when she came home and told her husband that she told Jill in an interview that they were in an open relationship, he said, "Oh my God, mama," because you know he calls her mama, she calls him daddy. He said, he said, you're going to regret this. You're going to regret this. And he said that, you know what? They don't care what other people think. They've been together for 33 years. They are thick as thieves. And I'm paraphrasing, guys. So whatever people say. Okay. So let me get a little bit into this article and I'm going to tell you my thoughts, right? And I feel that Monique initially, and she kind of hints to it in this article here, her self-esteem was in the gutter. And that's why she allowed this open relationship with her husband, Sidney. Now, even though she wanted to tell us that this was her idea, I don't believe that. I believe the open relationship was his idea and she went along with it because at the time she didn't feel like she was good enough or worthy enough to have just her and her husband be in a relationship by themselves. But I think now that Netflix money is in the bank, she's been exercising, building up that self-esteem. And what she doesn't want a Wendy Williams, Kevin Hunter situation. She don't want her Netflix money, okay, being spent on some other chick. She don't want that money to go for this chick to get a mansion, a penthouse, a nice car, flowers, dinners, whatever. So all of a sudden, over the past couple of years, she got an aha moment. And she's like, no more. I don't want an open relationship. I want to get back a close, intimate relationship with just me and my husband. I think the Netflix money helped her get to that moment. But that's just me. So let's talk here, right? So it says why Monique grew out of her open relationship with husband Sidney Hicks, okay? The comedian says she's grown more appreciative of their relationship and didn't want to sacrifice that just for a leg. I don't believe for 1 minute that Monique was out there sleeping around with people, but that's just me. Now, do I think her husband had some other chicks on the side and did whatever he did when he did it because he was allowed to? Absolutely, yes. But do I think that Monique was in those streets letting any man touch her? Absolutely not. And from everything that I know about men, and I'm not saying that I know men, I'm the end all be all, okay, with men, but everything I know about men, one thing they do not like, they could be in these streets doing the most, doing whatever, with whomever. But the minute they even think that somebody else is touching you, they fall out, pass out, and they never look at you the same again. That's just my opinion. But here we go. So it says Monique and her husband, Sidney Hicks, have changed a lot since they first met back in high school, and their relationship has grown right along with them. So they've known each other for a long time. The comedian candidly discussed her relationship in an expansive new interview with The Hollywood Reporter, calling Hicks, who is also her manager, the best manager I ever had. And I have had the big boys, okay? So she's saying she had a lot of people manage her, but nobody managed her like daddy, okay? adding that after all these years, they are still practically inseparable. And yes, they are. Because Monique lets you know right away, if you got something to say to me, daddy need to be there, okay? I ain't talking to you without daddy. The couple first met in the 10th grade in Baltimore, and Monique said, our energies and spirits just connected. They went on to wed in 2006 and share twin 17-year-old sons, okay? The Oscar winner also has a 32-year-old son from a previous marriage to Mark Jackson. Monique has previously been outspoken about their open relationship, even launching a podcast about it in 2016 called Monique and Sidney's Open Relationship, which is ridiculous. I personally think threesomes never ever work, but that's just me. However, the actor told us that over the past several years, she grew out of that relationship dynamic and wanted to close their marriage back up again, okay? She wanted to close that thing back up again because that Netflix money came. But anyway, right? She said, I began to see the strength I had never seen before. Yeah, she got strength because you know what? When you broke, you're feeling kind of low and beat down. But when you got money and then you exercising and the body look good, you feel good and you think differently and everything changes. Your whole outlook changes when you feel good, okay? But anyway, she said, he loved me at my worst. And that is why, in my opinion, she allowed this open relationship because he loved her at her worst. I didn't want to sacrifice that just for a lay, she explained. So I grew out of that. The Precious Star first came forward about her open marriage in a 2006 interview with Essence. So listen, guys, they married in 2006. And in 2006, you already talking about an open relationship. So that's all you ever knew your whole marriage. You got married, and after you got married and said, I do, you was like, okay, let's still see other people. What kind of nonsense? But anyway, okay. Speaking to the idea to keep seeing other people. I'm sorry. Okay, reflecting on that experience in the first episode of her podcast a decade later, Monique said, in 2006, I did an article in Essence Magazine with Jill Scott saying that I was in an open relationship. And she said, and when I tell you back then, people lost their minds. She said, now when I first told Sidney that I told Jill in that interview, he said, Mama, that's going to backfire on you. She continued, though, she said they thought it was about swinging and orgies. And then there were individuals who wanted to tell her, listen, this is not godly, okay? And they were bringing God into their opinions. People lost their minds, and the criticism has never let up. In that same conversation, Sidney explained that he was always confident that their arrangement is not going to change the dynamic of our relationship because I'm in love with this woman. Well, yeah, I mean, he was having his cake and eating it too. I'm sure he was confident that the arrangement was good. He added, I've been involved with someone for 33 years of my life since we were kids. I known her longer than I haven't known her. So when you start saying to yourself, the spirit of that, when you start saying to yourself, the spirit that you came into this universe with is the spirit that you're going to exit this world with, are you going to be yourself through having an open conversation and an open dialogue and an open relationship? Listen, guys, y'all know my feelings, right? I mean, you can go to Vanity Fair or to the Hollywood Reporter to get the whole extended article. But again, I'm just telling you my thoughts is that the Netflix money, the fact that she's exercising and feeling good about herself and feeling good in her skin, and the fact that, you know, she's older now too, okay? All of that, a combination of all of that, it's like, okay, I'm done with this open relationship. I'm done with having an open marriage. Listen, guys, as I stated, threesomes rarely ever work. And why get married if you want to still have an open relationship? Why get that piece of paper? Why have that piece of paper complicate things? Why don't y'all just be together and say, we're together, we're going to have a family together, and whenever you want, you go do you and I go do me. But again, I promise you, I highly doubt that during this marriage that Monique ever stepped out on Daddy. Now, has Daddy had some chicks? Absolutely yes. So listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. What do you think about Monique saying now that, no more open relationship for me. I'm good. I want it to be just me and my husband. Hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.